From 1965 to 1975, Harlan and Thelma Johnston were the directors of Camp Wyoming. Harlan's nickname was Papa J, or PJ for short. Today we're going to spend some time with their son, Jim Johnston, and their daughter, Joyce Sedlacek, to learn about their parents' experience directing Camp Wyoming and what camp was like during those times.
Well, my mother and father were married in 1942, and they were involved in farming until 1949. And at that time, they rented out the farm and bought a hardware store, plumbing and heating business in Hopkinton. They did that until 1965, when they went to Camp Wyoming. But during that time, especially I remember when we were probably in high school or maybe junior high, they talked about going into the mission field. They just always felt that that was something they wanted to do. They were both very involved in the Presbyterian Church at different levels. At a meeting of the Presbytery in 1964 probably, they were looking for someone to be administrator for Camp Wyoming. And one of the people in the Presbytery said, we know somebody that might be interested, and that was my father. So they offered that position, and that's how they came to Camp Wyoming. And they had counseled there. They had been very active in it at that point with Camp Wyoming.
Camp Wyoming was chosen because of young people and helping with the future of young people and getting to know that, and also would, on a selfish part, would keep them young.
When they went to camp, there wasn't too much developed at that time. And so during the time that they were there, most of the buildings, the swimming pool, maybe Jim will talk about that some, but all of what's existing now was built during that time.
They worked together on a lot of things, but mother, being the registered nurse, took over that aspect of it. She was cooking, she was ordering supplies, she was doing the books, she was sending out the newsletter, doing all those things. Dad, on the other hand, was kind of taking care of the grounds. While they were there, I think Whippoorwill was built, and the owl's nest was built, the swimming pool was started. They would travel to all the Presbyterian churches all the way from the Minnesota border to the Missouri border in eastern Iowa, answering questions, putting on a presentation, encouraging people. Two things. The first thing that they would encourage was young people to come to camp, to come and see what it's like, and to experience the grace and goodness and beauty that God has given everybody. And the second thing was then to try to get the churches to support the camp. In doing that, they would get a lot of people as the volunteer counselors, volunteer camp directors, because that's how it all started. I believe camp is important because of the grace of God and the gift that He's given us. And we have an opportunity at Camp Wyoming. Camp Wyoming has the opportunity to share that with a large number of people, young people, older people on weekends, people that are church people, but people that aren't church people. But where else can you gather people together and actually enjoy having fun together, experiencing new things? All those things are what Camp Wyoming really is kind of about.
Oh, camp is so important because it has probably enriched the lives of so many people. It's brought people, because it's a witness to the Lord's work in the lives of the people who work there and serve there. It's also a witness to the world through the people that go out from there.
I think the future of Camp Wyoming is it's only what people decide to make it. God has provided all the resources that are needed. It's just whether people are willing to share those resources and use those resources either personally or share them to to make a difference in people's lives. That's the future of Camp Wyoming. And we have so many people that do that. We're always looking for more people, because anybody who experiences Camp Wyoming wants to be a part of its future as well.